Good morning students, we hope that you all are well and fine and your preparations are going well. Today we are going to solve such more questions for the preparation of our prelims. So let's start our today's session. So these are the questions which we are going to solve in our today's class. So our question number 1 is, in medieval India, the term fanam referred to. Option A is clothing, option B is coins, option C ornaments and option D weapons. So medieval India में जो term फनाम है वो किस चीज़ को रेफर करता है? क्या वो क्लोथिंग को रेफर करता है, कॉइन्स को, ऑर्नामेंट्स को या फिर वेपन्स को? So actually the term fanam referred in medieval India to coins. Okay. So the correct answer is coins. Okay, that the term fanam referred to coins in medieval India. Now come to our next question. Question number 2. So our question number 2 is, consider the following pairs. In one side the name of the kings are given and in the other side the dynasties are given. So you have to find the correct pair. Nanuka, Chandela, Mihirkula, Paramara, Dhruv, Gurjar Pratihar, Bhoja and Rashtrakuta. So in these four, which is the correct pair? You have to identify it. Okay. So how many pairs given above are correctly matched? Only one pair, only two pair, only three pair, all or fours. So the correct answer is that only one pair is correctly matched. Are you able to identify that which pair is correctly matched? The pair which is correctly matched is Nanuka and Chandela. Okay. So this pair is correctly matched. Now come to our next question. Question number 3. So this is our question number 3. So question number 3 is, consider the following events in the history of India. Number 1. Rise of Pratihars under King Bhoja. Number 2. Establishment of Pallav power under Mahendravarnam. Number 3. Establishment of Chola power by Parantaka. And number 4. Pala dynasty founded by Gopala. So there are 4 statements given here and you have to arrange it in the correct chronological order. Okay. So what is the correct chronological order of the above events starting from the earliest time? The options are given here. Option A is 2143. Option B is 3142. Option C is 2413. Option D is 3412. So the correct answer is option C, that it is the correct chronological order. Now come to question number 4. So this is our question number 4. So our question number 4 is, with reference to Mughal India, what is the difference between Jagirdar and Zamindar? मुगल इंडिया के रेफरेंस के हिसाब से बताइए कि जागीरदार और ज़मींदार में क्या डिफरेंस है. ओके. सो जो स्टेटमेंट्स हमें दिए गए हैं वो है कि जागीरदार्स वर होल्डर्स ऑफ लैंड असाइनमेंट्स in lieu of judicial and police duties, whereas zamindars were holders of revenue rights without obligation to perform any duty other than revenue collection. So this is our first statement. Okay, and our second statement is, land assignment to jagirdars were hereditary and revenue rights to zamindars were not hereditary. So you have to identify that which of these is correct or not correct. Okay. So select the correct using the code given below. So the correct answer of this question is that both the statements given above are not correct. So option D is correct here, that neither 1 nor 2. Both the statements are not correct, both are wrong. Now come to question number 5. So this is our question number 5 students. So our question number 5 is, consider the following statements. Number 1. In the revenue administration of Delhi Sultanate, the in charge of revenue collection was known as Amir. And number 2, the Iqta system of Sultans of Delhi was an ancient indigenous institution. So these are the two statements. Now come to our other statements. Okay. So this is the third statement, that the office of Mir Bakshi came into existence during the reign of Khalji Sultans of Delhi. Okay. So these are the three statements and you have to identify that in the three statements which are correct. Okay. This is not the question number 6. Okay. So which of these statements given above are correct? Only 1, 1 and 2, 3 and 1, 2 and 3. Okay. So the correct answer is that the statement 1 and 2 are correct. Okay. Statement 1 and 2 are correct. Now come to next question. So this is our next question. So our next question is, with reference to cultural history of India, consider the following statements. Number 1, white marble was used in making Buland Darwaza and Kanka at Fatehpur Sikri. Okay. And our statement number 2 says that red sandstone and marble were used in making Bara Imam Bara and Rumi Darwaza at Lucknow. So which of the statements given above are correct? So ये जो statements हमें दिए गए हैं वो दोनों में से कौन से statements correct है? You have to identify that. Okay. So the correct answer is that both the statements given above are not correct. They both are wrong. So the correct answer is option D, that neither 1 nor 2. So students, in this session we are going to solve so many questions based on statements. Okay, so this is the another question. This is a homework question. You have to solve it with your own and you have to answer this question in the comment section. Okay, so what is this question says that regarding the taxation system of Krishna Deva, the ruler of Vijayanagar, consider the following statements. Number 1, the tax rate on land was fixed depending on the quantity of the land. Number 2, private owners of workshops paid an industry tax. So which of the statements given above are correct? Number 1, 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2 and neither 1 nor 2. So this is your homework question. You will do it. Okay. Now come to our next question, question number 9. So this is our question number 9. So our question number 9 is, Banjaras during the medieval period of Indian history were generally number A, agriculturalists, number B, warriors, number C, weavers, and there is another option number D, option D as traders. Okay. So in all these 4 options, which option is correct? So actually Banjaras during the medieval period of Indian history were generally traders. Okay, so the other option, that is option number 4, is correct. Now come to next question. So here the trader is written. So option number 4 is correct. Now come to our next question, question number 10. So this is our question number 10. So question number 10 is, the arrival of Babur into India led to number 1, introduction of gunpowder in the subcontinent. Number 2, introduction of the ark and dome in the region's architecture. Number 3, establishment of Timurid dynasty in the region. So select the correct code. Answer the using code given below. So you have to identify the correct statement. So option A is 1, 2 only. Option B is 3 only. Option C is 1 and 3 only. And option D is 1, 2 and 3. So as students, I have already told you that in this session we are going to solve many questions based on statements. So this question, the correct answer of this question is option 3. That only 3 means the establishment of Timurid dynasty in the region is the correct option. So the arrival of Babur into India led to the establishment of Timurid dynasty in the region. Okay. Now come to our next question, question number 11. So this is our question number 11. So this is another question based on statements. So our question number 11 is, with reference to Indian history, which of the following is our essential elements of feudal system? Number 1, a very strong centralized political authority and a very weak provincial or local political authority. Number 2, emergence of administrative structure based on control and possession of land. Number 3, creation of lord-vassal relationship between the feudal lord and his overlord. So these are the 3 statements which are given. Okay. So we have to identify the correct. So options are given here. Option A is 1 and 2 only. Option B is 2 and 3 only. Option C is 3 only. And option D is 1, 2 and 3. Okay. So the statements between these 3 which are correct is option 2 and 3, that the statement 2 and statement 3 is correct and statement 1 is not correct. Okay. So the correct answer is option B, that 2 and 3 are correct. Now come to next question. In medieval India, the designations Mahatara and Pattakila were used for option A, military officers, option B, village headmen, option C, specialist in Vedic rituals. Okay. So the correct answer of this question is option B, that these 2 words Mahatara and Pattakila were used for village headmen. Okay. Now come to our next question. So this is our next question, question number 13. So our question number 13 is, Ibadat Khan at Fatehpur Sikri was, option A is the mosque for the use of royal family, option B, Akbar's private chamber prayer, option C, the hall in which Akbar held discussions with scholars of various religions, and option D, the room in which the nobles belonging to different religions gathered to discuss regional affairs. Okay. So Ibadat Khan at Fatehpur Sikri was the hall in which Akbar discussions with scholars of various religions. Okay. So option C is correct. Now come to next question, question number 14. So this is question number 14. So question number 14 is, consider the following bhakti saints. Number 1, Dadu Dayal. Number 2, Guru Nanak. And number 3, Tyagaraja. Okay. So who among the above were the preaching when the Lodi dynasty fell and Babur took over? Options are given here. Option A is 1 and 3. Option B is 2 only. Option C is 2 and 3. And option D is 1 and 2. So the correct answer of this question is Guru Nanak. So option B is correct. Come to next question, question number 15. So this is our question number 15. So question number 15 is, who among the following rulers of medieval Gujarat surrendered due to the Portuguese? Okay. Option A is Ahmad Shah. Option B is Mahmud Begarha. Option C is Bahadur Shah. And option D is Muhammad Shah. Okay. So actually students, this is a homework question. So you have to answer this question in the comment section. Now come to next question. So this is our next question, question number 16. With reference to Indian history, consider the following statements. Number 1. The first Mongol invasion of India happened during the reign of Jalauddin Khalji. Okay, and the other statements are, statement 2 is, during the reign of Alauddin Khalji, one Mongol assault marched up to the Delhi and besieged by the city. And statement number 3 says that Muhammad bin Tughlaq temporarily lost portions of northwest in his kingdom of Mongols. So you have to identify that in these 3 statements which statement is correct. Okay, so the option 1 is 1 and 2, option B is 2 only, option C is 1 and 3, and option D is 3 only. So the correct answer of this question is option B, 2 only, that the statement 2 given above is correct, that during the reign of Alauddin Khilji, one Mongol assault marched up to the Delhi and besieged by the city. So this statement is correct and this is wrong. Now come to next question, question number 16. So this is question number 16. So question number 16 is, consider the following dynasties. Okay, so the dynasties are Hoysala, Gadhawala, Kakatiya and Yadav. So these are the 4 dynasties. Okay, so how many of the above dynasties established their kingdoms in early 8th century AD? Option A is only 1, option B is only 2, option C is only 3, and option D is none. So the correct answer is none, that none of the above dynasties established their kingdoms in the early 8th century AD. Okay, now moving towards our next question. So this is our next question, question number 17. Okay, so who among the following rulers of Vijayanagar Empire constructed a large dam across the Tungabhadra river and a canal cum aqueduct several kilometers long from the river to the capital city? Okay, so the options given here are, option A is Devaraya I, option B is Malikarjuna, option C is Veera Vijay, and option D is Viru Prakash. So the correct answer of this question is option A, Devaraya I. Okay, so option A is correct, that Devaraya I was the ruler of Vijayanagar Empire who constructed a large dam across the Tungabhadra river and a canal cum aqueduct several kilometers long from the rivers to the capital city. So the correct answer is option A, Devaraya I. Now come to our next question. So this is our next question, question number 18. So question number 18 is, consider the following. The first statement is, the region between the rivers Krishna and Tungabhadra. Option B is the Krishna Godavari Delta. 3. Marathwada country. So a conflict over which among the following are considered to be the reasons of a struggle between the Vijayanagar and Bahmani kingdoms. Okay, so I hope you have understood this question. So the option is only 1, option B is only 1 and 2, option 3 is only 3, and option D is none. So the correct answer of this question is option B, only 2. It means both 1 and 2, that this and this statement is correct. Okay, now come to our next question. So this is our next question, question number 19. So our question number 19 is, consider the following statements regarding the Turkish rulers of Sultanate period. Okay, ये कुछ हमें स्टेटमेंट्स दिए गए हैं तुर्किश रूलर्स के बारे में. सो देखते हैं क्या स्टेटमेंट्स है. स्टेटमेंट 1 इज, Iltutmish formed a group of 40 nobles known as Turkani-i-Chihalgani. Okay. Statement 2 is, Balban was very much influenced by Iranian customs and the traditions, and under their influence started the customs of Sijda and Paibos in his court. And statement 3 is, Alauddin Khalji was the first Sultan of Delhi who invaded southern India. Okay. And statement 4 is Ibn Battuta, the Moroccan traveler, visited India during the reign of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. So these are the 4 statements which are given regarding the Turkish rulers. So we have to identify that among the 4 statements which are given above are correct and which are not correct. Okay, so select the statements which are correct. Option A is only 1, option B is only 2, option C is only 3 and option D is only 4. So the correct answer of this question is only 4. Means that all the 4 options given above are correct. Okay. Now come to next question. So this is our next question and the last question of this session, students. So this is question number 20. So question number 20 is who wrote Akbarnama? Akbarnama को किसने लिखा है? So the options given here are option A Akbar, option B Birbal, option C Abul Fasal and option D Bhagwan Das. So the person who wrote Akbarnama was Abul Fasal. Okay. So the correct answer is option C. The correct answer is option C, that Abul Fazl wrote Akbarnama. Okay. So these are the questions which we have solved in our today's class. We hope that this would be very fruitful for you. We would try to bring more such questions in the incoming videos. So please keep watching our videos and share our videos more and more. Thank you.